Hey guys, this week, Lawrence sits down and tries to buy Chris at auction, but he can't because Chris has no master. He is a free elf while watching the first episode of the Ancient Magus Bride. Welcome.
Guys, this man does great improv. He does great improv. What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Jesus. What's up? What's up?
What up? What up? Anything new?
Anything new? What's new? I finished the newest episode of or not newest episode, newest season of High School DxD last night, but that's not really that new. That came out in like 2018. Ugh.
Well, it's something new that you've done, so that counts.
Yeah, I'm going back and I'm watching all the shows that got like a second, third, or whatever a new season of it was, and I just never got around to watching them. So like yeah. So that was the first one I got around to. What about you? What you got? What's new with you? Perfect. Sounds great.
The Academy Proving Grounds for League of Legends ended. 100 Thieves Academy, they won. They were the 4th seed. They beat Team Liquid, which was the 1st seed. That was a very exciting motherfucking series.
Was it close happened, like the whole time? Or
check this out.
Uh-oh.
So Team Liquid Academy was the number 1 seed. The 100 Thieves Academy was the number 4 seed. Okay. They both made it to the finals of the winners bracket.
Right.
100 Thieves beat Team Liquid, which then knocked Team Liquid Academy, which was the number 1 seed, to the lower bracket. They beat Dignitas Academy in the lower bracket to give a second chance for the championship to face 100 Thieves Academy again in the finals, because that's how they do it. They do winning bracket, losing bracket, and since they were in the finals of the winning bracket, since they lost, they got to face the winner of the losers bracket to then see who was going to face 100 Thieves Academy in the championship.
And so them again.
They got their second chance. Team Liquid Academy won games 1 and 2, and everyone's like, damn, the 100 Thieves Academy, y'all beat them the first time. Y'all came so close.
100 Thieves was like, y'all remember the Red Sox?
It was crazy. 100 Thieves Academy came back with a reverse sweep, beat Team Liquid Academy again for the championship. And the last game was like 50 minutes long.
Oh shit.
The gold was tied like 65k at 50 minutes. It all came down to like the first team, any team that makes one grave mistake loses the game.
Right.
And it was nuts. Like Ryoma ended up hitting a clutch shockwave on Oriana, which sealed the fate of 100 of Team Liquid Cat. Yo, it was nuts. That was dope. So that was dope. Worlds starts on Tuesday, and I'm so fucking excited. Worlds is finally starting. Worlds starts on Tuesday.
I'm gonna try and watch it.
You got it's Worlds.
I know.
If it is Worlds now, like you got to if anything, you can skip everything. You can skip all that. Worlds
is that they do their matches at like 6 fucking a.m. and guess who's at work?
It depends. That's true. But it depends, because it is all the teams across the world. So obviously you have to keep it that there are different times in us.
Usually it's like, these 2 Korean teams are playing at 8 p.m., which is 7 a.m. our time. So I'm at work.
Yeah. That's true. So, but yeah, it does start. The games do start at 7 a.m.
I might just try and just listen to it instead of watching it while I'm working.
Oh yeah. They have audio.
I'd be doing that sometimes.
But Worlds is going to be amazing. Like. With the best teams in the world and I've been watching all of them. So I'm like, it's basically the best teams are like, this is like the illish
who do you
championship.
Win?
Like,
who do you think's gonna win? If you had to predict, or who's the finals? Who do you want to see in the finals, Lawrence? He's like, I don't know, I can't tell.
It's who do I want to see, or who do I think is gonna win? Or
who do you want? Who do you want to see in the finals?
I would want to see a North American team in the finals, because I'm from North America. So I would obviously want to see North America. Do I think that's going to happen?
No, probably not.
No, because the Chinese teams and the Korean teams are disgusting.
They're always disgusting.
I know they are. But the Mad Lions is good. So Europe, don't sleep on Europe either. Europe is they're beasts. But
are Unicorns of Love finally in there?
I think they are.
Oh,
but they're not as good. They're not as good as as that. But
they would mop the floor with me, but they're never up there.
a Chinese team. Probably. I think a team from China is probably gonna maybe make the finals. Maybe Damwon, who won last year. That's a Korean team.
Worlds 2021.
It's super exciting. I'm lit. I'm already lit.
Yo, unicorns, baby. I want.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're there.
I want them to win, but if I had to pick one,
Cloud9 is representing North America.
Obviously, Cloud9. I'm gonna go. All right, so I want unicorns to win, but I'm gonna.
This is gonna be
Cloud9 would be great.
This is gonna be nuts. Oh my god.
How's Hanwha doing? How's Hanwha doing?
They're not the best in Korea. Damwon is Hanwha Life. I think they just made it. Like they just barely made it.
I don't know.
Faker's playing T1.
Okay.
Faker's in there. Yeah, RNG, Damwon, FPX is the boys.
Let's go unicorns, dog. Let's go unicorns.
Oh my god, their bracket is nuts. Holy shit. T1, EDG, Damwon, Rogue, PSG, their bracket is crazy. C9, I feel like they might have got the easier bracket. But yeah. So there's that. World starts on Tuesday. So Chris.
What's up? That's me. I'm Chris.
The new show everybody's talking about that I'm actually going to check out now on Netflix, this Squid Games. Have you checked this out?
So yesterday, I woke up at 11 in the morning because I'm a lazy piece of shit. It was my day off. And I had two choices. I could either watch Squid Game or I could watch Midnight Mass.
You didn't watch Squid Game.
The only reason I didn't is because I knew it would be in a foreign language and I wanted to play a video game at the same time because I had the whole day to do nothing. So here's the shit part. I put on Midnight Mass and 10 minutes into it, I stopped playing my game and I was like, this is fucking insane. Holy shit. So check out Midnight Mass, but Squid Game I am going to start next because it looks really good.
Apparently,
it looks great.
Netflix is saying Squid Game has the potential to be the greatest show of all time on Netflix.
All right, calm the fuck down. Have you seen The Witcher? Let's calm the fuck down.
In terms of, oh, by the way, I was gonna send you something about that, bro. The Witcher has confirmed for a season 3.
Yes, it is.
I didn't send it to you, but I saw it and I was like, oh, let me send this to Chris. But I think I forgot.
No,
but apparently, this Squid Games is blowing up, and my boy hit the group chat about it today. Then all of a sudden I go on Instagram, Squid Game, Netflix saying it could be their most popular show of all time. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to check this out because now I'm seeing mad Squid Game posts. I kept seeing this name Squid Games, and I'm like, is this a video game or something? This was like this week, and I'm like, I don't know what the heck this is. Now I know what it is. Now it's blowing up, so I'm like, all right, let me go check it out.
I've seen some of these actors and actresses in other shows. I feel like this is just one of those. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna be great. I know it's gonna be really good, but I feel like it's getting extra hyped. I feel like it's gonna be good, but I don't think it's gonna be the greatest thing I've ever seen on Netflix. I don't think that's true. Like I'm looking at this thing.
They just said that it has the potential to be their most popular show in terms of like views and stuff like that. Basically, it's really good and it's blowing up. That's basically what Netflix said.
Reception seems to be 8 out of 5 or 8.5 out of 10 or 4 out of 5s.
Netflix says Squid Game on track to becoming its most popular show ever. That's all. That's what Netflix said. Yeah. And if Netflix is saying it, I'm going to believe it. So I have to check it out.
Here's the thing, though. They said that about The Witcher. They say that about Squid Game. They said every big new IP that they get their hands on, they're like, guys, it's on track to be our biggest thing yet. And then 3 months later, guys, this new show on track to be our biggest fucking thing. I think it's just the new hot shit because what was the new hot shit that came out on Netflix? The Witcher, which was almost a whole year ago. So they haven't had anything for 9 months that like people have been like, holy shit, have you seen? So I think Squid Game is just like their next like, come look at our stuff. That's all I'm saying.
I don't remember all the hoopla about The Witcher.
Oh man.
But okay.
Oh.
But okay.
I was forced to watch The Witcher in its entirety 4 times in 1 week. That's how much I literally went to parties and people were like, yo, you guys want to watch The Witcher? I'm like, what the fuck? I just watched this whole series twice. They're like, cool, you can explain some of the stuff to us. I'm like, god damn it. No, I think it's just the new hot shit. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna be great. I know I've seen these actors and actresses and other shit, and they're really good. And from the trailers, it looks really good. And the premise, it takes
I don't even know what it's about. Don't tell me.
It's just a game show type thing.
I figured.
That's all I know. That's all I know. Is a deadly game show. Yo, you know what movie I saw on Netflix? Kate. You should check out Kate. That was a good one. It takes place in Japan. So there you go. Anime related. And one of my favorite bands of all time is like half the soundtrack for the movie. That was pretty good. It's about an assassin that gets poisoned and she goes out. She has like 24 hours to live. So she goes on a hunt to kill her captors. Or not captors, but the people who poisoned her. It was pretty fucking good. Okay. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. But it was actually really, really good.
Okay.
So yeah, check it out.
Well, speaking of
women,
assassins capturing people and forcing them and trying to hunt them down and kill other people.
We're talking about Battle Royale. No. Oh, fuck. We should do Battle Royale one day. Oh.
What do you mean?
It's a live action thing, but the Hunger Games fucking ripped the shit off of Battle Royale. And then the author was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard it. And then you watch the Hunger Games movie 1, and then you watch Battle Royale, and you go, it's just the same movie with white people. There's no difference. They just
Battle Royale.
They just took the Asians and made them white.
I think I've seen that movie. Is it so mad good. Gruesome?
Oh yeah.
I've seen that movie.
The one with all the kids on the island. They all yep. Murk the shit.
I've seen that. Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
Tell me the Hunger Games didn't just go copy paste, make everyone white, and tone the violence down a little bit. Boom.
Yeah, that movie was nuts.
That movie's insane.
That movie was nuts. I remember that shit. That movie was crazy. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, getting into the info.
Hell yeah.
Today's episode, The Ancient Magus Bride, is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Core Yamazaki. A 3-part prequel anime OVA was produced by Wit Studio, and an anime television series aired from October 2017 to March 2018 for 24 episodes. An original Part 3 OVA series by Studio Kafka will be released in September 2021.
I can't wait to watch that.
Okay. Juna performed the opening theme here, and Hana Itoki performed the ending theme, Wa Cycle. The summary, having been ostracized by both her relatives and partially by society, orphan Japanese high school student Chisei Hattori decides to sell herself at an auction in order for someone else to take her in and have a new place to call home. At the auction in London, she is sold for £5 million to Elias Ainsworth, a 7-foot tall, he's 7 feet tall. I mean, you clearly tell he's mad tall, but he's got the actual height here. A 7-foot tall humanoid with an animal skull for a head. By December 17th, the series had 5 million copies in print. Reviewing the first volume for Anime News Network, Nick Creamer gave it a grade of A-. He praised the series' art, noting that it does great work in impressing upon the audience the same sense of wonder Chisei experiences throughout. The character designs are expressive and backgrounds ornate. I 100% agree with that.
Hell yeah.
He concluded by saying, if you have any appreciation for this style of classic fantasy storytelling, I agree with that. Ancient Magus Bride is a can't miss production. Okay, I agree with a lot of the stuff said here.
Yo, real quick before we get into it, the studio that did the OVA in the show, Wit Studio, they had a Kickstarter for a manga called The Girl from the Other Side, which was a manga I'd been reading for years, and like I didn't even know anyone else fucking knew about it. I come across the Kickstarter for it, and I was like, oh, I wonder what the hell this is. And they kickstarted to get funds so they could make a movie of the manga, and it was successful, and I was able to fucking back it. So, hey everyone, you'll see my name in the credits for Girl from the Other Side.
That's fire. That's fire.
Dude, I spent too much money backing that. I was broke for like a month because of dog. I got a signed lithograph poster. I got a China set. I got like mad shit. I'm getting art books and stuff. I'm getting all this crazy shit. It's gonna be dope. I'm pumped.
Kickstarter, that's one website that you put me onto that I definitely at some point in the future I want to use that myself, as a matter of fact.
You and me both, and I fucking hate that site because I spend too much.
You spend a lot of your money.
So much fucking money gets spent there. But yes, Ancient Magus Bride intro song, bop. I love it. It starts off dark, dog. It starts off with her signing literally her life away. And the guy's like, you're not gonna regret this later, right? And she's like, nah, let's just do it. And they fucking shackle her up and just immediately bring her to auction. I'm like, oh, we're just starting off fucking dark. Got it. And you find out through like her little flashbacks and everything that she's been like plagued by like supernatural, like seeing supernatural stuff, and everyone thinks she's a creep because obviously no one else can see it.
You see in other animes once again.
Yep.
She has powers that other people don't have.
Yep.
And people treat it, and people are.
And people that they have the scene where it's like you find out that her family died, so like the people that raise her, like the woman's like, we can't raise her, she's such a creep, like what we need to get rid of her. And the husband's like, well, if we get rid of her, what everyone else is gonna think? We can't just get rid of her, people will think we're assholes. So she lives a shitty life, unfortunately, and then one day decides, I'm just gonna sell my body. And then some 7-foot tall skulled creature buys her for £5 million, which in dollars, Lawrence, guess how much that is? Go.
We're broke as fuck. And all over Instagram today, every social media thing keeps posting that the United States is saying we're gonna run out of money in October.
Hell yeah, we better.
I'm assuming that our money is less than pounds.
Oh, it's been less than pounds for too long.
That's probably, I would say, what, 7 to 8 mil for us?
Close, 6.7 mil, almost 6.8. So, our money ain't worth shit. So there you go. But yeah,
a lot of bread.
So the man's walked in and was just like, check out this fucking fat stack, and just bought that woman just off rip. Clint, and he's like, oh, you're gonna be my apprentice, that's why I'm buying you. And then he realizes that she can see all this. I love how she's like just petting some like little floating sea creature type of thing, and then he turns around, he's like, oh, you can see it, and the thing like shits itself because it's like, oh my god, it spoke, and like flew away. I thought that was cool. And you find out she's a Sleigh Beggy. Lawrence, do you know what a Sleigh Beggy is? I do, because I'm a freak of nature, know way too much about folklore and mythology.
Well, because I watched the episode and they explained it, I know what it is.
Did you know what it was before this, or no?
Oh, absolutely not. No. No.
Absolutely not. It's Manx, or Manx, which is I think it's in Wales is the language that speaks Manx, I think. It just means like fairies or little people is a Sleigh Beggy in folklore. So yeah.
So that means Thorfinn would know what that is. Okay, cool.
Thorfinn, did he go to Wales at all?
Well, what's his name was from Wales,
then
but that's still folklore of what's that like? What's the region called? God damn it, Norwegian,
Finland,
no,
Norway,
yeah,
Scandinavia, all that.
Scandinavian like folklore type shit. So they would know. Oh, okay.
I mean, they would find out. They would find out about the Sleigh Beggys when they take over England. That's when they would find out. So, because it's all about like the Welsh and like Ireland and the British Isles and shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's that. So yay, folklore.
Folklore is always interesting. I love folklore.
What'd you think of the? What'd you think of the art when he reveals that he's a mage and teleports them to like his house? If like the art all of a sudden became like watercolor paintings, like fucking super vibrant, lush green flowers and shit, like creatures flying everywhere. It was all like literally watching like just a watercolor moving, which was pretty dope.
I enjoyed the anime style of this in general.
Hell yeah.
I actually thought it looked really good, especially when she goes in the forest with the fairy.
Oh, she looks up and she's like, and they're all like, oh yeah, check out.
And she's like, the fairy's like, yeah, we leave trails, but like when we go places and shit. Yeah, I actually thought this first episode was very interesting. I was actually very interested in it. Like,
dude, it
got me like from the beginning. Like, I it just captivated me, and maybe it's because reminds me a little of Berserk with the content.
Yeah,
because fairies and creatures and this and that. So I got that little Berserk feeling, but in general, that stuff is like, that stuff's interesting to me, but that doesn't automatically mean I'm going to be captivated every time. I don't really know how to explain why I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can explain it. As you can see, I don't really have that much notes for this.
Yeah, one line, and I was like,
I was just because I was
literally watching it, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I was just watching it. I realized like 8 minutes in, I was like, yo, let me look at the time. So I'm like, all right. I realized I don't think they forced, like, this first episode didn't seem forced at all. Like, all right, there's an auction that goes on. He comes, scoops her, brings her to his home. What you think probably is his demeanor towards her was not what I thought it was going to be at all. Okay, obviously maybe because the title you can kind of tell.
Right.
However,
but like when you first see him, he's like a dick to everyone. He's just like
everyone else.
And he comes in, he's got like the shawl over his head, and he doesn't speak. And when he does,
like, why
he's
is he here? Like to everyone else though, not her.
No, so it's like he's like patting her on the head and being like, "We're family now."
Calling her his puppy and shit. Yeah, but it's like I appreciated the fact that what I was hoping it wasn't like, it wasn't like that. So I was like, oh, okay. You were thinking like, because she's in chains and shackled and shit. Right. So you think like, oh, first thing you think is slave. Right. So you think, oh, she's probably going to be treated badly or something like that. Right. That wasn't the case.
No. So immediately he was like, you're free, your family, gives her a bath, gives her food, gives her a bed and shit.
And I was like, okay, I was waiting. I was like, where's the conflict gonna, I was like, where's the conflict? When is this? I'm like, where's the catch? I'm like, what's the catch? I was waiting for the catch the whole episode. Then the catch is when the fairy tells her to go on the walk. But it's like, I like it okay.
Because in most first episodes, it's like, oh, the one person wants to do a thing and the other person's like, no, you can't do it. Then they go and do it anyway. But he's just like, she's like, I'm going to go off. And then you see him in the window and he's like, this is going to be a good teaching moment. And then just like starts following her. And he's just like, this will be good.
And in my head, I'm like, are these fairies real? What's good with these fairies?
Right.
Because you notice that he says in the episode when he explains what a Sleigh Beggy is, a queen bee,
right.
he explains you're gonna get your magic from all these creatures. That's how you get your magic. That doesn't necessarily mean it'll always benefit you though.
Right. And
as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, so now I see where the conflict is. Because then when the fairy told her let's go, I was like,
and then they wouldn't let her. She was like, "Nah, I want to go back home," and they were like, "No, you come
right." And then I was like, "Oh, here's a conflict."
Yeah.
So I was interested in this because the animation is good.
It's so beautiful.
What you would expect like from a slave, that wasn't what happened. So it's like, oh, okay. And then I don't know, like the content about the like what fairy tales and folklore and stuff like that, that's something that I'm just interested in. So I thought that was dope.
This show has so much fun, and it's all like Gaelic and English and Welsh, like all that kind of folklore. So it's not it's like what is it? It's like Headless Horseman, like that type, like anything from like England that you would think of like mythology or folklore and stuff. That's what's in this. So it's not like an anime that's like, yeah, it's all about folklore, but like Japanese folklore, like a lot of other shows are. It's like, no, this is all just English. Like it's like when Burn the Witch, how Tight was like, yo, it's all English based stuff. That's what this show is like. It's all English. Like even when, cause she gets sold in Japan, and immediately he's like, "No, we're in England now. We just live here. We left.
Just teleported."
Yep.
So I'm gonna say this though. The one thing that I was like, and this is at the very, very, very end. The one thing that I was like, please don't put a damper on this. Was I thought everything, the fact that he kept saying, "I'm gonna make you my apprentice," and he kept calling, her his puppy,
right?
And like he was treating her like a child.
Yeah,
he was treating her like a child / a pet, but in a good way,
right?
Like he was still treating her very humanely. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay, apprenticeship. All right, cool. And then at the very, very end of the episode, he was like, I also plan to make you my bride. I was like,
and she's like, what? And then the episode ends.
I was just like, okay. I like the fact that he wanted the apprenticeship was cool. Right. I was like, okay, cool.
But then
in my head, I was thinking, does the fact that, oh, now they're introducing, but he also plans to be in a romantic relationship with her.
Right.
I was like, damn, I was like, damn, there was the curveball. And I don't know how that would affect everything that I was like, oh, okay, I like this. Like, this is apprenticeship. Oh, wait,
let me see if I can pull it up again.
Is this a romance now? Is it a da-da-da-da-da? Is it a da-da-da-da-da now? Because I'm thinking, oh, this is hitting. Oh, he's just teaching her. He's going to teach her how to be a mage. She clearly has a power that's kind of fire. Throughout the whole episode, mad animals just coming to her. When she was sitting on the couch and he was talking at the end, they don't even show, and then the screen pans back, and there's some like dog creature in her lap, and I'm like, yo, that's kind of fire. Like she's just like the Sleigh Beggys are like queen bees type shit. So like magical animals are just attracted to her in a good way.
Right.
Well, I don't want to say good way because I guess they're not always good because he's like it can go either way.
Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. Depends on the thing that shows up. So yeah, talking about like the romantic thing.
I just don't want I just was like, damn, I hope the romance piece doesn't fuck it up.
You know the dude that you read the review from? I left out the middle part for in case you brought this up, which you did. So that guy, the first part chunk where you read, that was when he watched episode 1. And he said like the art script, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, commenting on their relationship, he wrote, Having the story go in a legitimately romantic direction would likely raise thorny issues of power dynamics and consent. True, because she's 15 and he's like a centuries old creature. So the dude had the same thoughts you did, where he was just like, but then he read the second volume, and then he admitted to coming to an appreciation, writing that the ambiguities of their relationship actually seem like one more fitting piece of a world where every relationship is ambiguous. So pretty much he read the first one or watched the first one like you did, got to the end and went, oh. Then, which sucks because we don't review 2 episodes, we only do the first one. Then he watched the second one and went, oh. So the concerns you have now in the second one, because the show ends when he says that.
Yeah.
So episode 2 obviously picks up right there, and then like it's explained why he says that, and then the guy was like, "Oh, okay." Essentially, yes, he wants to like marry her, but not like in a physical way, you know. He's more like, the thing with him is, I won't spoil it, but pretty much she finds out his background, and you're like, "Oh fuck." And so he wants essentially to marry her so she can teach him how to be human, emotions, how all that kind of shit. Okay. And then she wants to marry him eventually because she actually does fully become an apprentice and actually learns how to use magic and has a home. So it's like they want to get married with each other, but not in like it's more of like you teach me how to be human.
Symbiote. Symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, but again, it's still weird though, because she's like 15 and he's a creature that's centuries old.
He just bathed her, and she was like, "No, I can do it myself." And that wasn't really a big deal because they didn't make it awkward. No. It was just like you could tell he's just like, all right, he's like
treating her like a pet. He's just like, all right, I gotta clean you now I gotta go feed you, then I gotta make sure you sleep well, and like. So he wants her to, like, teach me how to be human. Like, teach me emotions and shit. Because when you find out his backstory, you're going to be like, oh, shit. Yeah, he doesn't know any of that fucking stuff. But again, it is weird because he, like, bought her and then was like, now you're my bride. So it is very weird when you only watch episode 1 and you have that context. And you're like, huh, it seems like Stockholm Syndrome. Which, by the way, great Blink-182 song. Check it out. Old, great. But... fucking yeah, I don't know. It's I love this show.
But I thought the first episode was interesting. Like I definitely, this wasn't there are some shows where it's like
when you meet the villain and you find out, I'll tell you off air why the villain, because I don't want to spoil it, why the villain does what he does, and you're gonna be like, that's some hardcore shit. Holy crap. The villain's a bad motherfucker, but the
first episode of this show I was interested in, and I can honestly say that I'm not always like that for all the shows that we review, but this one
I honestly thought you were gonna review this and be like, Chris, this was boring as shit. I honestly thought you were gonna say that.
And that's why I was saying, like, I can't even explain why I thought it was decent. It was just kind of like anime style definitely has a lot to do with it, because anime styles can make it break it for mad people. This one was a more like anime style that we're used to. I feel like that we see, like if we saw, I feel like anime styles, like if there was a fight in this, it would be fire.
Yo, fights are fire.
I can tell. Like I can tell. I'm like, but the anime style, that's one. But like I said before, I felt like they didn't really force it. What you think it's gonna be, it's not like that. So it's like, oh, okay,
it's a very subtle show, and like that guy was saying, a lot of stuff's ambiguous. It's really subtle. You got to really pay attention.
Interesting, you know. You can tell that there's like different types of creatures in here, which is always
that's another thing, because it's all folklore from England and the islands out there. So it's not like. It's nothing we've seen in most other Japanese anime, because they have their own stuff to use from, they're not pulling like fucking Sleigh Beggys in fucking Dragon Ball, they're not doing that kind of shit. So that's why everything looks like crazy unique, because you're like, we've never seen this stuff in an anime because no one ever uses it. No one touches this stuff. This is great. So yeah, it's it's good. That feeling of like wonder and like not like why do I like it, but like, oh, this is different than what I normally watch and I like it, was how I was when I watched Spice and Wolf, which is like my favorite anime and manga and light novel of all time. Like, that's my fucking shit. I don't know if you can see it. There's the main character right there. Wait. Boop. That was me when I watched the first episode, and I was like, I've never fucking seen anything like this. Holy shit. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So yeah. Me. You know, I would. Can we go to ratings now?
Yeah. What would you rate it?
I would give it a B plus, a B plus.
Hell yeah.
I feel like I save A's for shit that blows me off my feet.
Right.
So a B plus. Like this, I was interested. I thought it was good. There was nothing where I was like, you know, I watched, you know, I was paying attention to the whole thing. Like, I was like, okay, I could tell like, oh, there are things that, you know, I would like in this. Oh, there are things that I would like. That's something I would like. That's something I would like. That's something I would like. So right. I would give it a B plus.
Hell
animation was good.
Which studio has some great animation? All their animes look like
that. So I was gonna say, I'm like, yo, they sound familiar. I don't know other stuff that they did off top, but I'm like, yo, what studio sounds familiar?
Which studio? I know you've seen some of their shit. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
I know we've reviewed some shit already.
Take a guess. Give you a hint. It's coming out soon. The
Demon Slayer.
Nope. The other big one.
Chainsaw Man.
Nope. Come on, what's the big one that's coming out next month that you've been losing your shit over? Come on.
Next month in October?
Yeah. It's the second half.
Not Attack on Titan.
Yeah. From 2013 to 2019, they did Attack on Titan. So they haven't done this new season. But they did Kabanari of the Iron Fortress. No, they did 59 episodes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See?
They did, guess what else they did? We talked about it earlier in this episode. Season 2 is coming out soon.
I suffer from short-term memory loss.
Vinland Saga, dog. They did Vinland Saga.
Oh, see? See? I knew it. I'm like, see, this hot. That probably answered the question. That's probably why. I don't know, man. Animation style is very important. You can be drawn to some animation styles, like, and just like them. Like, that's why I said, I was like, yo, I could probably tell the fights in this probably look pretty good.
They did almost everything Attack on Titan except for the newest season, it looks like.
Yo, I thought fucking, what's the name? I thought Thing did it. Oh, why am I freaking blanking?
I think they did the newest season, like the season.
Okay, that's it. They did the newest one. Okay. So I'm like, yo, which studios is famous? I know we've reviewed mad of their shit before. They've done mad stuff. I just, off the top of my head, like, I'm not at the point where I memorize all the studios and what they do yet. But
yeah, they did Kabanari, the Iron Fortress. That one we reviewed.
That was, and yeah, I remember that. Kabanari Iron Fortress looked really good. So what would you rate this?
B plus A minus, just because the story is unique, so that gets bonus points. You're not going to see many stories like this from anime. Like you said, the artwork is absolutely stunning. The first episode was engaging in a way where it's like, yeah, nothing really happened. It was just like, he bought her, they went home, the fairies tried to steal her, and that's essentially it. But I was like engaged the whole time, you know? Let's see what else. Yeah, and I love folklore and mythology and shit, so that was another plus for me. So yeah, B plus A minus, I think. It's really good.
I agree.
Enjoy it. Hell yeah. Well, you heard it here, guys. We love it.
You heard it here. Go check it out. It was a good first episode. It was a good first episode.
Hell yeah. But you know what time it is, Lawrence?
We do.
And before I do it, what was I going to talk about? Oh, God, I remembered it in the middle. Oh, Yo, big, huge anime news before we spin that wheel. Did you see the new Netflix intro for Cowboy Bebop live action series? Did you watch it? Dog, so good.
All the tweets, but I didn't watch it. But I saw the tweet.
They did a side-by-side comparison of the old one
and
the new one.
I saw that.
It was almost identical. It was so, and it's the same song. They used Tank, because how could you not use Tank? The world would riot if Netflix tried to not use Tank. Fucking.
I did see that. Okay.
It was so good. I love it. I can't wait. John Cho is going to be great as Spike. It's going to be a good one. Man.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Damn.
You gotta go watch it.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I still haven't finished Cowboy Bebop, bro.
Dude, finish it. It comes out in November, the live action. You gotta finish it.
Okay. Well, live actions don't be doing a lot of justice.
Yo, I'm telling you, watch this fucking intro, and you're gonna go, oh damn. Netflix also announced that they're not doing like an episode to episode, like they're not gonna do exactly what the anime. They're like
parallel episodes.
Yeah, they're like, guys, there's obviously some shit we just can't do with live action. All right, the anime be wild. There's some shit we just can't be doing. We tried. We did our best. There's gonna be some new stuff, but come on, guys, let's get real. So, which is respectable that they said it before, and they're like, we know there's gonna be some stuff that's different. I mean, they changed Faye Valentine's outfit because they were like, cool outfit, not really something a real human can run around in space and wear. Looks cool, but we're gonna have to change it a little bit. We're gonna have to tweak it just a tiny bit.
True.
But I think it's gonna be good. I think it'll be good.
Okay, I'll probably check it out.
But
what color? What are you going with today?
Let's go with I fucking fuck if I know, dude. My favorite color is purple, so I'm gonna go with blue and pick. Do I want to double down on blue? Yeah, I need these points. I'm still behind you. Let's go with darker than black on blue. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, for my color, in honor of Naruto's new Baron mode, I'm gonna go with red.
Okay, I would have thought you'd say yellow, but I'll accept red.
But I mean, that's true. You could go with either one. I feel
either
like
one.
like glowing red, but
right. No, you're right. You're right. His tails are red.
For the show, I want to pick a show that I actually have heard about that I want to watch.
Okay.
Oh, but that is red. I heard about this.
Double down.
This Claymore show.
Yo, you love Berserk.
I knew you were gonna do that. I know.
Love
That's
Berserk.
what I'm saying. Someone tweeted yesterday.
Claymore is just female Berserk. That's the only difference is it's a girl. That's it.
I've heard. So it's
a girl lead and a male support instead of the other way around. They just dude, Claymore was so fucking good. But let's spin that wheel. Oh, Claymore.
So double it down. All right, red.
That's what I did with blue. Darker than black. Blue.
Holy shit. Oh!
Holy shit.
Did you just take the lead with that?
100%. I just got 3 points, dog. What the fuck?
Wow.
Holy
that's
shit.
A time.
Oh my god. Darker than black people next week. And I almost switched it up to
you cheated. You cheated.
No.
You have it rigged, bro. You have it rigged. You motherfucker. It's rigged.
Yeah, no matter what we did, it was going to land on whatever I picked.
What is that? What is Darker Black? To give us a little...
certain people in the world get superpowers, but in order to have your superpower, you get like a nervous tick. So you don't just get your power and you can just go nuts. It's like there's this one woman who uses her voice to like sonic boom you, but she has to like eat a pack of cigarettes a day. Like eat it. Like her body just like forces her to do it.
Okay.
So it's like a trade-off for your power. And like that's like some people have really bad shit they have to do in order to like keep up their I think the main character just has to eat a lot, I think is his thing. He has like constant hunger. So he's like constantly eating.
Oh, he sounds like me. All right.
Yep. Yeah. It's it's got superpowers. It's got does it have tears? I guess so. Yo, the main dude, oh, he's a bad motherfucker. Oh, imagine a dope fucking assassin with superpowers. Because why the fuck not? It's pretty dope. You'll like it. I know you're gonna like this one. Darker Than Black.
Okay. One. Darker Than Black it is. Well, that's what we got for next week, guys.
Hell yeah. Can't wait. And as always, guys, follow us at OSR Pod on all the shit, because I finally got everything to line up and we don't have 8 billion different usernames. Jesus Christ.
Tune in.
Hell yeah, Darker Than Black. I can't wait.
Social media platforms.
Oh, show.
Thank you for tuning in, guys. Go check out today's episode.
Hell yeah. And, yeah, tell him at the end of the episode. Watch today's episode, he says at the end of the episode.
Watch the show.
Oh, I thought you meant
that we reviewed. Watch the show. The Ancient Magus Bride. Watch the show. It was pretty interesting. I think you guys would like it.
For sure. For sure. And we will see y'all next week.
See you next week.
Bye.